Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in Parkitect. We're in my park, Kitty Corners, and as promised I said we would be adding a transport ride today to take us from our main street shopping food court near the entrance to our park right here, all the way down our great big main street, past our lookout spot, down to this corner here, which is the extent of the length of our starting park. So we want to build our monorail on top of this building here and head it down to the other end of the main street. And I have left a little gap here to build stairs up, though it might be a small gap to actually fit them in. So we'll see what we can do about that, and we might have to adjust a few things to make sure we get the stairs up properly. But I think we kind of build the station on top of this building and then head in that direction. So let's use the transport ride and then the monorail, because we can build a there and back, a down there and then back train. So this is because it's got two ends, it can just head up and down the single track, unlike something like the miniature railway that's got to be a loop. So the monorail, I think the only ones that you can do a there and back on are the monorail and the suspended monorail. Let me know if that's not true, because I think all the rest, the other three transport rides, I think have got to be a full loop. But I think these two monorails here, the suspended and the monorail, can both be there and backs. But the suspended monorail has a lot of arches supporting it, which doesn't really fit in with where we're trying to build this. So therefore this one, a powered train that can drive in either direction and travel on top of a single elevated beam track. There you go. So this is the one for there and back. So we want to put this, so we want it to head in the direction down to that end, and then we want to go up to, I think 4.5 is tall enough to go above that without hitting it. So 4.5 is the minimum that we can go for, and you know what, I think that probably is where we're going to go from. So, and I think we'll go from, can we, I'm just trying to decide how I'm going to fit the I'm just trying to see how the tracks are going to fit. I think we're going to send it from there. So how big can, if we make it 4, that's a lot of transport, isn't it? That would work, wouldn't it? 4? I think 4 will work. So then we're going to want to go in a straight line, and we're just going to want to keep building all the way down here, and then I think we want to rotate it a bit. To bring it closer to the path, and then I think we keep going to build the station 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to need an in and an out. So I think we have in on the back and out on the front. And then we come back to where we started, and we have in on the back and out on the front. And then we can open it. And oh no, we need to, do you know what we need to do? We need to change the, actually blue might work quite, it's already set up as blue, so that's actually good for where we are, isn't it? Though I do think tracks, maybe blue would be a good thing as well, because that matches our style, doesn't it? Right, so we've got something very there. Do they have a very soft music? A very calm, soft music. Do we have a very calm, soft music? Calm, yes. and we make it a lot quieter. We make it a very soft sound. And then we want to change our maintenance intervals. Thank you. And cars. I can't have more than 2. That's how it works. Okay. Yep. Okay. And then we've got to try and figure out how we let's pick a pale blue to paint the cab. There we go. And now we want some in and out path work. So let's use the wood and let's paint with the blue. Yeah. Right, so we're going to need to come along here with this. And then we're going to need to come down, aren't we? And if we just go straight down, does that? Oh, it does. That meets. That's good. Now, the problem, of course, is going to be trying to get the exit. What happened there? Right, so I want to pick the pale blue. Yeah, can we do that? Right, so if we bring you... Right, if we have one there, and then we do a half down, and then oh, I can't. Okay. Right, so if we come across... does that mean I actually literally can't put that there like that? No, I can't. That's a shame, because I was kind of hoping we could... Right, now if we rotate this way, can we make it... I don't think we can get far enough down. That's not quite going to fit. That's interesting. Why won't it let me take this? Why won't it let me take you halfway down on here? Very interested as to why it won't let me do a half step down to there. Why does it say that's low? If I just remove... If I remove the... edging, will it? No, it won't let me. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, I was slightly concerned that that might be a minor problem there with that. Right, so let's just re-add the border. So we've got to figure out now how I can get this path work to work. Actually, I think I already know how we can do it. I think I know how I can do it. Not quite what I had in mind, but I think I can make it work. The way to do it is to go back to this, and we go out one and around here, and we delete those, and we delete these, and then what we do is we add an exit here. Now we're going to have to make sure that we re-add There, I managed to delete a piece of the roof as we were just trying to move those. Right, so what we want is then the wood, which we want to be, oh hang on, we want the colour to be the pale colour. Right, so we want to come from here to there, and then we do a half drop there, and then we do a big drop. No we don't, we stick with a half drop, and that's it, then we're done. Beautiful. Right, it did fit, look, yay! Now yes, we do have a gap here in the middle there, though, of course. Might want to adjust that somehow, and then we can build a building over this, which we may do in the next episode, I think, because I do think we want to put something in there to hide the floor. So I think what we might want to do, actually, do you know what? I think what I want to do is, I want it to be filled in, so I actually think we're going to put the exit there so that I can fill that gap in, because it just makes me feel happier to have a full filled in floor. There we go. And then we're going to want, we don't want people to be walking up the exit, so we need to find the signs, which I think might be under details, or under, they're not under signs. I did find them recently. I've got to try and remember where they were now. Where were the signs? I know where they are. They're under the path attachments and things, aren't they? Yeah, there we are. This is where they are. So I think we want to... how about something like that? How does that look? And we want no entry to guests. And then we're going to need to do the same over here, but we don't know where we're going to put our paths. Right, so let's start with our figuring our paths out. Now here, because we haven't got all the buildings and things in the way, we can build this any way we want. So for our exit, I think we're going to come along by one. And do you know what? I think we're going to go all the way along. No, we're not. Do you know? I think we're just going. I think we're going to have one flat, and then I think we're just going to come down. I think we're just going to come down. We're going to come straight down. Actually, we're not. No, do you know what? I think we're going to do corners. I think we come down by one, and then we do a corner, and then we come forward, and then we rotate, and we go down again, and we go down, and we go down, and then we're flat, and then we come out. So that it's keeping it in the same profile. So we want to do the same again on the opposite side. So we want to have the queue. So we want to come out by one, and then we go down, and then we go flat, and then we come forward, and then we rotate and we go down and down, and then we're flat, and then we have to come out. So we've kept that nice and compact in the profile that we've got here, and then we can now build around that. So if I come up and out, you can now see that this is the end of the park. As I'm envisaging it, we're going to have 4 areas with different theming around this central square. So we'll have one themed area here, one here, one here, one over here behind the main street. We're going to add more shops and things up and down the main streets, and then we're going to extend the park out in this direction to give us more space for each of our 4 sections, and maybe we'll have a big themed coaster or something at the end here. and that is my plan for the park as we're going at the moment. So we've now got our monorail set up to just shuttle backwards and forwards, just up and down here, to try and save people's feet a little bit. I'm envisaging more people will use it to get back rather than to get out, but it's not that long of a trek for that. But I'm also thinking that maybe we'll have a train, and the train will possibly start here. I think, can we take I hope we can take the train underground, because I'm not quite sure how it's going to fit across here now, because I've kind of blocked all of this off, and I'm kind of thinking we might have a train, because that can't go terribly high. It might be able to sneak over the top of here. Yeah, we might be able to take the train up and hide across here. Yeah, and I was thinking the train will go out to each of the sections, so we've got to decide how big each of the sections are going to be able to put the train in, because I think the train might have to come in fairly soon, otherwise it might be difficult to fit it in. But that means deciding how big each of our areas is going to be, so we can extend all the paths and things out to be able to fit that in. And then maybe we can have a station for the train in each of the sections. So we'll still have one train station here near the entrance, and then we'll take one out to each. So if it's one in each of the four corners of the park, as you can see what I mean. That's kind of the idea that I'm going for. So I think in the next episode we will be building the stations for our monorail and trying to possibly decide how big all of the areas are going to be, to decide where to put the train in, so we can get that put in before we block off the potential of building the railway track around the park. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!